Oh, hi, let me know. Rewatch right near us, and welcome back to Golden Sun. I'm... Get out of the way, little pop-up things. Good grief. Go away, mouse. I don't need you anymore for a while. Okay, let me try this again. I'm going to be busy, for my tomorrow. I guess everybody else's today, but technically it'd be other people's night. I live on a weird schedule. Yeah, for me, I'm recording this at like 2 in the morning, because that's when I do most of my things. But, my tomorrow, which would be technically much later on in today, I have things to do, so I'm recording this ahead of time. Yay! Got it. We now have our third version, but I'm going to be busy, so I'm taking care of later stuff now, so that I can focus my attention on what I need to worry about later now. Yes. So I was kicking around ideas for what to do when I was done with Golden Sun, because like as things stand, you can beat the game when you're level 40, so we're already like a third of the way through the game. And also considering that there's only like 7 Jin available and we already have 3 of them for everyone. I mean, we're getting through this game at a pretty decent clip. But I was kicking around some ideas. I was also chatting with Evenator about some later ideas. And the thought came into my head that maybe I should torture myself for everyone else's enjoyment. So I did the Etrian Odyssey 3 challenge of the Prince-only party early on. I did, or at least I shouldn't say I did, but I am doing the Emerald Randomized Nuzlocke. So I was trying to think of some other challenge I could do. And of course the first thing that popped into my head is the worst game I've ever played, which was on my Twitch channel, playing Final Fantasy II. Oh, Brad increases HP. I'm gonna move items around a little bit. I was thinking, oh shoot, that was an equipable thing? Oh, okay. When did I pick this up? I have no idea when I picked this up, but I'm really happy I have it. Okay, so I picked up the Douse drop at some point. I don't know when, but now I can have her cast Douse without her having to be a Pilgrim. I believe was the correct class that required it. Let's jump down here. No. What if I mind redo? Okay, but I played Final Fantasy II on my Twitch account and it didn't end up on here. But at the same time, I thought of a really obnoxious way to challenge myself beyond the monumental challenge that is Final Fantasy II in and of itself, and that is doing Final Fantasy II where everyone only wears shields. Well, okay, I should rephrase that. Like, I'll be wearing armor and whatnot, but our weapons will be shields. Okay, so this place is flooded. Let's check out the inn. Always a good place to start. My nose is itchy. I may sneeze at some point. You've been warned. Yeah, everybody's just taking shelter in the high ground. Excuse me, old man. Excuse me, old man? Thank you. Oh. Excuse me, old man! Thank you. Good grief. Well, there's a large thing spitting water. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Clearly not. It's probably unrelated. Ooh, a box. Psy crystal, thank you. I'm gonna give that to you, because you hold all the Psy crystals. Excuse me, people! Arrgh! No, but I was thinking of doing a shield-only party. I need to sit down and make sure that there aren't any monsters that can completely ignore all magic. Because if there are, then I can't do this challenge. I flipped through a really quick list of all the Final Fantasy II monsters, and it didn't seem that any were completely immune. But at the same time, I'm sitting here looking at numbers, it's like, oh, its accuracy can be anywhere between 5 and 97%. There's a rather large difference between having an accuracy of 5 and an accuracy of 97%. And so there are like other cases where it's like magic defense 1 to 100%. That tells me nothing. I don't know if that's a randomly generated number, or if it's like when you start up the game that it determines the stats of monsters then. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a little more research. But I was kicking that idea around. If you want me to do it, go ahead and stick it in the comments, unless it's already up by the time you see this video, in which case, go enjoy me torturing myself, apparently, because I thought that was a good idea. But if I do that, that's going to be much later on down the line. I have my Final Fantasy IV challenge to do first. Because apparently, there are a lot of people who think that the DS version of Final Fantasy IV is the hardest. I don't know how people can think that, because in my opinion, I thought the Final Fantasy IV for DS was actually rather easy. That being said, I'll play it, and if there's a hard version, I'll stick it on hard. Oh wow, I am being adorned with water-based synergy equips, so now I can use frost regardless of class. And as if we didn't already know that water puddles can be frosted. Well, on the other hand, I guess this is the first time that we're forced in the story to use frost. So I can't really give the guys too much of a hard time, because the only reason why we've run into it before is because I went out of my way to show it off. So, okay, I'm not gonna give him too much of a hard time about that, because that is technically the first time that you would have ran into it, unless you paid really close attention and already had an idea as to what did what. Let's see. Okay, so this place has train tracks, which is actually surprisingly something that doesn't show up very often. I don't recall it ever being used in Lost Age, and the only case in which it was used in Dark Dawn was as a reference to this cave. So it is an interesting new mechanic, I do have to say, though. And I think I'm going the right way. I'm always concerned when I start going the right way and I'm in a branching off area, because of the fact that it means that I'm probably missing things. Oh, no, okay. Oh well, in other news, The Wind Rises came out in theaters on Friday. I wish I could go watch it, but I can't. There's no theater within walking distance. For those of you who are not in the know of anime, as I am, The Wind Rises is the most recent Miyazaki film. If you don't know who Miyazaki is, he's kind of the guy who made a bunch of Ghibli films. Castle in the... No, not Castle in the Sky. Wait, did he do Castle in the Sky? I know for a fact he did Ponyo. Hi, Zach. I know for a fact he did Ponyo. I know for a fact that he did Howl's Moving Castle. Let's see. Did he do Spirited Away? Okay, regardless, this guy's famous in anime for his movies. The Wind Rises recently came out, which is a pseudo-historical documentary thing with some fiction thrown in. I could have sworn I took care of that already, but okay. Excuse me, living statue, I need to beat the snot out of you. Why are you allowed to use anything involving Synergy when I sealed that? Please explain. Yay, and the water went down, so now we can continue. No, I'm gonna have to. I'm really hoping that by the time I return home for spring break, that it'll still be out in the theater near my in my town, because I really want to see it. Like, it's gonna be my first actual live movie watching of an anime. Oh. Can't do anything with this yet. Okay, continuing on. It's gonna be my first actual movie that I would have. I mean, my first actual anime movie. Like, I've seen. Okay, I should. It's kind of hard to explain. Okay, so obviously I've seen anime movies before, but I've never actually seen them at the theater. There we go. That's the best way to explain it. And so I'm really stoked because it's like the first time I'll actually be able to support the company who made an anime. Because, like, for the most part, it's been YouTube and whatnot, and I feel really bad about it. Because I don't feel like doing Amazon for everything, to be entirely honest. I mean, like, I've done Hulu for a few, and I know that that's cool, and I've done Netflix for a few, and that's also just as cool, but I've never actually, like, paid for an anime viewing experience before. So personally, for me, it'd be really cool to actually pay for a viewing experience and to actually like support the group in question. Because I mean, like, Crunchyroll is perfectly legal and stuff, and what you're viewing is supported by ads which go to the company involved. So that's a thing, but at the same time, it's not like I'm actually handing them my money. I'm indirectly handing them money via ads. It's not the same thing. To me, anyways. Where am I going? Am I supposed to go through here? I'm supposed to go through here. Okay. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted. Thank you. Let's see. Train cart. Thank you. Flip the switch. Take it all the way back. Take it again. Box. It's probably Mimic. Oh my gosh! Good job, Memory! Good job! Yeah, something I'm kind of bummed about though is that I tried to play Mega Man Zero on this simulator, and I'm just having a really hard time doing anything that's not an RPG on the simulator, because like the ATB gauge, that's okay because of the fact that it's still kind of turn-based, so I still have some control over it. And then of course turn-based, I don't have to worry about the timing of things. But I tried Mega Man Zero and I just had the hardest time, which is too bad because that was a game I was thinking about doing on my channel for a while too. That's not going to happen unless I can actually get really good at playing it on an emulator. Because there's a completely different thing between, like, holding the game in your hands and doing it on your laptop because of just how the buttons are laid out. It's a completely different feel. Well. But yeah, sent off the first couple of roommate emails. Still haven't gotten a response back. If I don't get a response within the next few days, I'll have to send out the next couple. Okay, so this is where Okay, I don't need to touch that. This is where our puzzle-y bits start coming in. Like, it's not really so much a puzzle as it is just interactions with the environment and figuring out what in the world you're doing. Here we go. This looks good. Out of the way, calamari! Oh, they're just calamars. So, okay. Would a calamar be a singular egg from calamari? Because that is what calamari is, right? Like, it's that fancy food that is like fish eggs or whatever. Which I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole personally, but to each their own. Okay, Dragon Shield is quite the nifty item, which we will be holding on for a while, if I recall correctly. Resists fire. Well, in that case, it's clearly going to Isaac, because he is occasionally weak to fire. Let's see, I need to jump down here. And then I need to flip the switch back up here. Yeah, that's right. There's something in my eye. Please leave my eye. That hurts. Come on. Come on! There we go. Okay, now I can hop in here. Whee! Okay. Something I'm actually kind of surprised at is that, even though Golden Sun doesn't have all that many different types of enemy, like, even though there aren't a large number of enemies, the way that they're placed makes it feel like you're always finding new guys. I am auto-attacking bosses and killing them. Yeah. I am evac-ing, thank you. Out of here. There we go, now I can enter the final part. I knew I was forgetting something. You can also access the weapon shop. Which does me no good, as I have no money anymore. Well, I have enough for a claymore. Get Garrett's attack pretty high, I think I'll do that. Sure, I'll happily sell that broadsword, and the ticket goes to Ivan, as always. Artifacts, what have you got for me? A synergy rod. If I was giving the synergy rod to someone, it would be Ivan, but for now, he's fine. Wonder if I should go left. No, I'm gonna ignore that sign. Didn't see it. Like, that's one of the things I really love about, like, now that I'm starting to get into the game design aspect, and I'm into, like, wayfinding now. You just see something that's like, arrow going to the left. Should I go to the left, or should I go to the right? And it's just, ah, my gosh. Okay, so, for those of you who don't know, wayfinding, okay, so, like, there's pathfinding and wayfinding. Pathfinding is what computers do, and wayfinding is what humans do. So, like, okay, so, like, if the pathfinding on a computer will be like, okay, the person you're looking for is over here. There's a bunch of objects in your way. Here's the fastest way to get to your target from point A to point B. Wayfinding, however, is setting up subtle or not so subtle hints for humans to figure out what in the world they need to do. So, for example, if you get dropped into the middle of nowhere and you have a road, like you're standing in the middle of a road and you're facing forwards down that road, most people are immediately going to start walking down the road in the direction they were facing, just because of the fact that that's the only reference they have to go off of. Oh, I see what I need to do here. Move you. Freeze you. Ooh, I see I got Plywell. I don't remember when that happened, but I'm happy about it. Let's see, going to the right takes me to a dead end. So I just need to do all the puzzles now. So like, to further increase this, let's say that you are dropped in the middle of the road, and there are a couple of lampposts now, and most of them are flickering on and off. And then as you go down this road, there is a building off to the side with another light that's flickering over it. You've been following the light, and there's a random building there, so you're now going to go check out the building. It's just like that. If you've played Slender the Arrival, it's kind of like that, where you just start the game, and you're just, the only thing you have to go off of is the fact that there's this path in front of you. And even though the path does branch off, you don't exactly have many choices in the matter. I mean, it's just a fork in the path that eventually comes back together. Why do I get the feeling that I didn't do something? Yep, okay. I solved the puzzle. Oh, darn, the thing's melted. I forgot about that aspect. Okay, time to go figure out the rest of this puzzle. I thought I was on to something, but I was actually doing the right thing. Gosh darn it, I hate it when I start doing the right thing accidentally. Okay, you need to go to the left. I need to jump down here. I need to push you again. I need to freeze you again. Okay. I think that should be everything. Okay. Yeah, so, wayfinding, pathfinding. Flipping through stuff. Making games is fun. Not too much else to say in that department. Time to heal up again. Good grief. And take it again. There we go. Water Jin, come to me. Yay! We now have our 4th Jin, which means class upgrade. Oh my gosh. The best thing for quite a while is Wish, I'm not gonna lie. So Wish is basically a slightly less powerful version of Ply, only works on the entire party. What's not to love? I mean, it makes boss fights so much easier, because originally it'd be like, darn, now Isaac has to start doing healing duty from time to time, but now I don't have to worry about that ever. Unless we're seriously being pounded on, because of the fact that we have Wish. Now, in Dark Dawn, you have Aura, which does the exact same thing, only it's a fire element. Wait, no, that was... No, Wish is Lost Age. The Breeze was in Dark Dawn, and that's Wind. There isn't an Earth one yet, but I imagine that if in Dark Dawn, that if they're gonna add one for Wind, it would be insane to not add one for Earth. It just makes no sense. I didn't want to do that though. It just doesn't make sense at this point for them to not include that. Like, okay, to be entirely honest, I have a lot of hopes on whatever the 4th and final, hopefully, game is. Because in my opinion, Lost Age didn't need a sequel, and then they made Dark Dawn, so what do I know? Watch for falling rocks. Don't strike the wall. I wonder what I should do. Maybe I should ignore the sign. Well, darn. Look at that gigantic pixelated rock. Yes, that was a rather... Okay, so basically that was just a blown up image of a boulder. That's all it was. Okay. And now we head down here. As a ladder. Oh, so good. This place looks an awful lot like Soul Sanctum. gonna go ahead and heal up with Isaac instead. So let's figure out what this guy is weak to, shall we? I'm just gonna have you attack. Nope. Nope. Must be weak to fire. Yep. Okay, why'd I try to run? That was dumb of me. Heat Wave, Impact, and Wish. I have 9 party heals. I mean, like, the timing is perfect. Like, you get Wish just before this guy who starts spamming large-scale spells on your party. Oh gosh, the game designers are geniuses. Like, okay, so for me personally, I'm not doing game design, I'm doing game development. So I'm the person who, like, does the programming to make games, but there's other people whose job it is to like sit down and consider the player's experiences and whatnot. And whoever came up with this setup is an absolute genius, because you get the full party heal spell practically just before this boss. Very well thought out. Yay, we beat him. Yes. It's very strange. Hey, there's a box that nobody noticed before this fight. And in the box is the lifting gem! Another synergy granting thing. Lift, if I recall correctly, should be wind? It's water. I'm wrong. Okay. I have no idea why it's water. There's no reason for that. Like, okay, like if we take a second to sit here and look at the others. Move being fire? Okay, whatever. Catch being earth? Okay, whatever. Force being neutral? That makes sense. Even though it's the only thing that's neutral really in the game. Frost being water, douse being water, that makes perfect sense. Lift being water? Okay. Why not? But whatever. Okay, so now we have lift, which means we can take care of that rock over there. I'm debating whether or not I should head back and grab that box in this video. I'll go ahead and go grab it. Bear with me, there's a box and it's begging for my attention. Okay, people, I saved your town from drowning. Shower me in your praise. Let me enter your house and steal all your things, and I'll take that as payment. Oh, well, I can't really do that quite yet, because I can't... I don't have something I'll want later. Okay, wait a sec. No, I think it's the one above this that has the lift. I go down here, I believe? Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to remember something I saw a while ago. Is it over here? Come on, hit the switch, thank you. That reminds me an awful lot of Sword of Mana. How you had the scythe that you would use to flip switches. Oh, good lord, I haven't played Sword of Mana in a long time. Maybe... I don't know, though. It's awful action-heavy-ish, though. Like, action RPGs, for me, are really strange, because I have to be really into the mood to play them. And the last time I played it was... Oh, dear lord, how long ago was that? Okay. Hold on a sec. I'm trying to remember what I was doing when I was playing the game. For those of you who are not familiar with me, I remember a lot of events in my past based on what games I was playing at the time, which is the sole reason why I'm able to remember a couple of things from way back when I was 3, 4, and 5. It's because of the fact that I was playing games all the way back then. Is it over here? Okay, what was I doing during Sword of Mana? I was playing Metroid Fusion when I was playing Sword of Mana. See, so, Metroid Fusion, I was playing Final Fantasy Legends 2. Which I still haven't beaten. Apollo, you prick. Let's see. What else was I doing? That was a summer. That was definitely a summer. Oh, I did a game camp back then. I was doing stuff on Game Maker back when I was 8. That's right. Okay. Let's see. So, what else was going on during then? I think that was the year. Was that the year before or after I broke my wrist? Let's see, that was 3rd grade. So that was when I was 8. But I don't remember my arm being broken during that time. Yeah, my arm was definitely not broken at the time. So no, I couldn't have been 8. I must have been 9. Yeah, I was definitely 9. Where in the world is that lifting thing? I know it's around here somewhere. Okay, so I can go to the right. Let's try that. Like, I do remember parts of the game still. It's just been a while. I remember it taking me quite a while to finish it, too. Like, I remember the beginning of the game is really slow. And then the mid-game just goes by super quickly, and then the end of the game takes for freaking ever, because the final dungeon is ridiculous. Especially that dragon. That dragon pissed me off. If I recall correctly, I had quite a number of issues with that guy. Yay! I remembered where this thing was, kind of. Okay, so there's a box which has a cookie in it, which raises PP permanent-like. Yeah, we're picking up quite a... Whoops, sorry, microphone. Picking up quite a few of these, stat boosting items. Okay, the vials go to you. You get all 8 of them. The smoke bombs go to you. You get all 3 of them. Is that everything? I think so. Okay, now I can escape. And now I can head down. Okay. Now I can lift the truck and continue on with the story. This looks suspicious. Box! Darn it. I don't want vials. I want equipments. Things that I can passively use. Okay, what's here in the middle? What have you got for me? Apparently the right way out. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Oh, so, interesting game theory just came out this week on the Game Theory channel, which was that that people are Pokemon. Now, the one thing I was surprised at is that the co-op between oh, that end, okay, co-op between the game theorists and the J-Wits was that they didn't take advantage of Pokemon Conquest at all. In fact, I even stuck it down in the comments. It's like, what better example do you need of people evolving than straight up evolving in Pokemon Conquest? I mean, come on. Okay. I don't quite know what I want to do yet. Oh, dear lord. Okay. Okay, I can't do anything with that. Okay, so we have finished things. Huzzah! And we got through the mines. They call it a mine. A mine! Lord of the Rings. Thank you, Gimli. Alrighty then, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, turn on my mouse. Jana.